Tunstall's clear no was merely a red rag to a bull. Tyndale knew that if the ploughboy was going to get his Bible, then he would have to flee to Europe. From now on, Tyndale would be viewed as a criminal by all associated with the Pope, Tunstall and the Roman Catholic Church. He was a fugitive who would have to do all his work on the run. So, supported by his wealthy friend, Humphrey Monmouth, Tyndale fled to Germany in 1524. Quickly, he made two key friendships: William Roy and a printer called Peter Quintel. It didn't take long for this fugitive to get his first taste of what it meant to be hounded like an animal. Johann Dobnek was the hunter, Tyndale the hunted. Cleverly, Johann Dobnek conned himself into the lives of some of Tyndale's supporters. First, he found out where Quintel's printing press was. Then, he planned his deadly raid. But the reformers' work had just begun, and God wasn't going to let that stop. So Tyndale found out about Quintel's deadly raid, which allowed both him and Roy to escape the soldiers' evil grasp. Tyndale had survived his first brush with death. Sadly, his first draft of Matthew's Gospel was in the hands of Quintel, a document quickly destroyed by those who loved the darkness. The only place left for God's fugitive to flee to was the mad monk Martin Luther, who lived in Worms. Now God's fugitive was free to get to work on the ploughboy's Bible. In just 2 years, Tyndale had translated the whole New Testament. So, in 1526, the printing presses were producing the first Tyndale New Testaments to be smuggled into Britain. Within weeks, thousands of New Testaments hitting the shores of Britain, turning Tunstall into a vicious rage. His new plan was to buy up as many of Tyndale's New Testaments as he possibly could and then burn them publicly in London. He gave this job to Augustine Packington. But little did he know that Packington was a great admirer of Tyndale's work.
William, I know that you are a poor man, and that you have many New Testaments for sale. You have endangered yourself and your friends for these, and have given all of your money for this cause. I have found a merchant who is willing to buy all of these New Testaments. That way you can get rid of all your testaments and earn some money as well.
Who is this merchant?
The Bishop of London, William.
But he'll burn them!
Yes.
It's good. I will get the money I need to get myself out of debt, and then the whole world will cry out at the burning of God's word. And then with the money I receive, I'll be able to write a better version of the New Testament.
So the New Testaments were found and delivered to the big bishop, who happily made a big bonfire and burnt the big bundle of New Testaments. Within weeks, Tyndale had a big bundle of money, and with the big bundle of money, he translated a better New Testament. And then the better New Testament was printed into bigger bundles of books so that the big ships could smuggle them into Britain. The price placed upon Tyndale's head was huge. It seemed like all the powerful people joined together. Tunstall, Henry VIII, and the whole Roman Catholic Church wanted him dead. The new bloodhound was Henry Phillips, who was hired to capture Tyndale by any means possible. Having managed to trick Tyndale, he was one of his followers, he lured him into a trap. And Tyndale was finally caught by one of Tunstall's bloodhounds. For the next 500 days, he was imprisoned in a cold, dark and damp cell. Regularly, priests would come to him, seeking to persuade him to deny God's truth and to return to the darkness of the Roman Catholic Church. But the reformer was not for turning, and refused the orders of the proud Pope, the horrible King Henry, and little Bishop of London. So on the 12th of August, 1556, our brave reformer William Tyndale was sentenced to be burnt for being a heretic. Just before he was strangled and then burned, Tyndale prayed, "Lord, open the King of England's eyes." Within a few years, his prayer was answered, as the king made it law that one of Tyndale's English Bibles be opened for all to read in every church in England. The great dream has finally been realised as Britain had their Bible back, so that the ploughboy could read it whenever he wanted.